All right, Todd, are you ready for this match, or do you have to get some groceries, open the door one more time, talk to the mailman?
What? I'm ready, yeah.
Good to know, good to know. We got FoCuS upper right with a Blade Master opening. We got Fortitude with a Keeper opening. This is very standard.
Yeah, FoCuS is supposed to just play really solid here. It doesn't need to do anything fancy. You know exactly what you expect when you face Fortitude. It's going to be Keeper, Archer, Hunts. Then he'll go back into Archers. He'll expand. And he was very good at getting a lot of army at the right time and hitting the right timings when he was playing against Fly earlier. And I think every stage of the game he knew what to do, like whether it was early, mid, or late, even though we didn't really get to see like some of that super late game Elf against Orc matchup.
Yeah, we have to mention this. Fortitude had to practice for 2 Orcs in a row. First Fly, now FoCuS. Different play style, different execution especially, but in the end, it's a little bit of an advantage if you have the same matchup twice in a row. And FoCuS going for an item first, then heal up, and then probably early harass.
The transfer trapped. One of them gonna snare, then the other one was trapped behind the Ancient of Warrior for a second.
Whoops.
A bit unfortunate, but still gonna get that first camp very easily. Fortitude, according to him, he placed Night Elf against Orc because human wasn't challenging enough.
Yeah, Todd, do you agree with that?
Absolutely not, but to each their own opinion.
Claws of attack for FoCuS. He's of course sticking with the Orc race. Doesn't really matter how desperate times get. I think I've never seen him off race in a one-on-one tournament. But I thought the same about you, and then one day you switched as well.
Did a tower rush to anti on Echo Island? It worked. Welcome to the dark side. If you can't beat him, join him.
I don't think we should expect this from FoCuS, like, ever.
I mean, tower rush are possible, but yeah, it would not come in the way of single hero Farseer here, most likely. It would be with the Shadow Hunter second and probably some Serpent Wards involved with the famous Snake Pit. Master starting the game with the Claw here is amazing. He can even, oh my god, look at those items. Yep. He gets the Circlets, and then he starts that consumable camp here over there.
That should be easy. I think 40 scouted for it a little bit. Didn't see FoCuS there. Was spending quite some time in Windwalk. So this is uncontested. In the meantime, 40 picks up the Stealth Teleportation. We've seen the impact of that item throughout pretty much the entire tournament. FoCuS also starting off with Grunts. Got pretty hurt. Oh, he sold the item. I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, I mean, from there, oh, BAP. Look at the placement. That's so sick. The Grunts have to be really scared of this, so they're kind of standing back. Is FoCuS able to read into the fact that there is a protector because of how aggressive Fortitude is being right now?
It's nighttime. 40 going back to the way he played with Human as well, right? We've seen a lot of early tier tower rushes from him. And he just does the same.
It was Call of the Beast, by the way. So a very standard cell, like not going to be useful until later on, can be detonated as well.
Shop.
Not much points.
Shop about to drop. That means he has to work with these 4 heal selves. Tech is almost done, can then of course go for the Shadow Hunter, which is the norm here. I was about to say in the early game, like, we haven't seen too many distractive APs yet in this tournament. But here it is.
Yeah, I think didn't Fortitude skip those entirely in the series against Fly? So maybe that's like a bit of a mind game where he thought that FoCuS will just never expect this. Now FoCuS has to restart shop. And oh my god, he has only 4 supply free. So he couldn't start the Shadow Hunter until now, when the Burrow finally finished. He's blocking the AP with the Blade Master.
That's such a great move. Reveal now. And he blocks again. AP is with that in burrow range. So smart.
That was a sick angle, actually. He wanted the blade to stay in place for a second so he could plant down the Ancient Protector.
Tower Wars. Burrow versus AP. I think I got a decent idea who wins this. Counting the second until the Shadow Hunter's out. Well, he has to hold this. He has to hold this Burrow. Otherwise, he can't go for Shaman. A little more attacks, a couple of more attacks. Oh my god.
No.
He didn't even start another one. 40 is just plowing ahead here.
Yeah, FoCuS was sure he could save this, but he can't. I know he's on 32 out of 31 supply. He can't start his shaman.
He's also very, very broke. Like, if he piled up resources, he could go for the Adept upgrade, wait for the Burrow, and then go into Shaman production, have at least something going for him. But he's so broke, and that already worked way too well for Fortitude, who also arrived on tier 2. Getting more
Oh, God.
Oh no, the blade! What's going on? Can he still go for it? That is, of course, Hex first. No heal wave available.
I love how there's a peon at the bottom left scouting for a tree. It's like, yeah, you kind of got bigger problems, aka trying to survive on your side of the map, but it's a big piece of information. There is no expansion at all.
Yep.
What is going on? He's getting 2 APs a little bit further out, and the peon that's out there is gonna miss that. And he demines the sentinel. One single right click on the tree where there's a sentinel, and you actually remove that out of there.
Fragile little owls, indeed. Okay, more pressure with an alchemist now. FoCuS goes into the main basing. What the hell are you doing? What is up? Why is there no expansion? What's your plan B? Incredible.
Scouting
play.
the main base, yeah, that's so cool. He sees something being made from the main tree and no wisps coming out, so he might realize that there's nature's blessing, but he needs to read into the fact that there's 2 APs that are gonna head his way soon, and he has no war mills, so that means no demolisher. And those APs are gonna be very dangerous. Fortitude showing up with a completely different style than what we saw previously when he played against Fly.
Love it. He's always had his very own mind. Also in playing human, when other guys were towering with 500 towers in their own bases, he was the one bringing the tier 1 tower push. When everybody said that tanks are absolutely useless and unplayable, he played 1,000,000 of them. So yeah,
And he lost almost every game with him.
And he made a top 3 WGL. That's not bad.
Oh my god, the Berserker almost died at the Merc camp here.
Whoops.
And FoCuS, by the way, realized what was happening with the APs. He made a war mill. Fortitude moved in and killed that war mill, so there's still no access to demolishers. Now nature's blessing completed. Possession protectors, they're sprinting to get to position.
Get the roots. There's no wisps here. The army also. Ah, there we go. But hero focus. Okay, Hex and Blade Master. The combo for the orcs. Kills off the Keeper of the Grove, level 2. Doesn't cost too much, but of course it's valuable, valuable time. For FoCuS, it did go onto the cost of a lot of HP.
Fortitude forgot to restart Keeper here for a little bit. That was a few seconds late on that. That's a lot of shamans. They're not the best at fighting protectors. There's the 3rd protector on the way here.
Would love to see a shop for Staff and Clarities. But yeah, the AP siege continues. Waiting. Another peon moving out to deal with the Sentinel. Blade Master at 50%. Of course, there's no entangle now. He can be a little more brave.
Yeah, those APs are really hard to get rid of here. He needs to be patient, maybe wait for like 50 supply and then go, but with the war mill, there's exactly 4 supply free until 50 for FoCuS, so I guess he's gonna try and get demolishers, and here starts the first one. The positioning is really cool because he's cutting off reinforcements here. Whatever comes in, he's gonna be able to intercept and kill pretty easily.
But Fortitude...
Keeper at staff, so he can staff back across the map immediately when he's out.
And Fortitude fixed the waypoint as well, so he's not sending in the units blindly. Good reaction. It's such an obvious thing, but sometimes we see it more and more. Units just donated for free. Keeper is back, as you said, and the shop will go down one more time. If FoCuS is not intercepting this, he is for now. In the shadow of 1 tower at least, switching the focus now. The target is just the Keeper. It's like, is it Groundhog Day? I just came back. Come on, man, cut me some slack. But he absolutely isn't. Level 3 and level 2. That's heal wave. That's such a big add to the Orc army.
Yeah, he was trying to get the Keeper because he knows that he can get the kill. Like, you cannot TP here if you're Fortitude, because you need to have your army there and your second hero. So he let the Keeper die, and now in turn there is no Town Pole, no survivability item on the Alchemist. He also falls FoCuS finding a way to defend this here. Perhaps he's fighting the units right now.
The demo's
and
out.
the Demolisher is putting in work plus the burrow. I think he's gonna hold.
Lack on my side. I'm not sure if that's the case for everyone.
Nope.
Okay. Not great.
You're stuck?
I think I am.
Do you want me to stream on Discord or
Yeah,
something?
please.
Okay. See if that works.
Unfortunate events here. Trying to reconnect, of course, as fast as possible. Connection to China, you know, sometimes a little wonky.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh, but I guess you don't have the booster, right?
Here we go. I think I will go for the clean feed. That might be even better.
Okay, I think if I turn on booster, this also looks pretty good, but yeah, up to you.
Stressful.
We adapt and we overcome, just like these players, Neo. And yeah, FoCuS held, and he's moving across the map for the tower rush right now, and I think he's in a really good spot, because Keeper is only level 2 in that game.
Oh man. Sick game, unfortunate disconnect, but here we go again. I'll try to get a better feed for us in a second.
And yeah, I don't know how Fortitude is supposed to hold this. He has double scroll, but he doesn't really have the units for... Oh my god, this Alchemy is going to be too far. No, it should come close enough. I love how he was trying to get a second chance for FoCuS. He's like, nope. Oh, there is no Snake Pit because he went Hex, actually.
Oh,
So
man.
it's Healy Wave level 2 that is going to relound. Keeper, he's having a terrible game. He's going to die before he can use any scroll, perhaps. Yes.
Man, how often did this keeper die in this game now? Incredible. Alchemist levels up, alright. But he's getting focused. Just FoCuS playing like an undead here. Hero FoCuS galore.
Yeah, these hunts stand on their own here. No StarCraft comeback with just pure units. And FoCuS wins map number 1.
Oh man! Echo Owl's Fortitude was real close in winning this, but hero, like, how many heroes did he kill? Like 5 to 6?
Yeah, probably 5.
Yeah, nice play by FoCuS. You know, every time Moon does it, the AP push, it always works out. It looks so good. He does so much damage, and he either wins the game, or he expands across the map. It always looks so scary. But turns out it's a bit harder to do than one might think. FoCuS defended that pretty handedly, I would even say. Like, he lost one ghoul, one grunt, and one burrow, and that was it for a long time. I think he was always in a good position there. When the 1 mil got cancelled, it was kind of scary. It seemed like FoCuS was playing with fire a bit, right? He had the peon across the map, didn't see an expansion forever. If he had played it safe, he could have just made a war mill on the way to tier 2, but didn't do that, so it got a bit scary. But he still holds and takes the 1-0. He is the favorite in this match, and we're kind of expecting him to take first place here.
And what we didn't expect was this hero FoCuS. That tower push seemingly coming out of nowhere.
I like the idea. It's just maybe the execution was... Honestly, overall, I thought it was pretty good. There was probably just a few mistakes in there that unfortunately prevented him from getting the win. FoCuS stayed patient under pressure here. He showed true grit in the heat of the action.
Did.
If that's a Western reference, I appreciate that. That was a great film. Yeah, when Moon played this, oftentimes he's a lot less committal. He makes 1 AP, and then that creates a ton of space, and he expands on his side, and then he's going to have the 2 base incomes soon after. But making 2 APs, 3 APs, of course, you're super all in. And once just a single Demolisher is out, that's so much siege damage against these APs. Demolisher is not the best unit in the game. We see him pretty rarely, but against APs certainly work wonders. That Blade Master also, his inventory, so value, right? He found the Claws or Circlet at the first camp. I think he found the Claws, bought the circlet at the marketplace, ran south, bought another circlet, so invested a lot of time, but those items on the blade being super value, as so often.
All right, I'm back on the server. And we can go for map 2, fingers crossed. FoCuS breaking a sweat quite a bit, but in the end prevailing once more. So he could follow Chemico and he could follow 120 if things go the way they're supposed to be. Fortitude now with the concealed hill pick.
That's a pretty balanced map, all things considered. If we go into the super late game, 2-base with huge armies, Orc will be favored with the fountains, which are so good for them. But oftentimes it's about the early game. With Keeper and Night Elf, you always try to get ahead. You try to get some kills early, expand early, get the big army, and overwhelm. That's exactly what happened against Fly. That's exactly how he was able to win against Fly. So for FoCuS here, it's going to be extremely important to play safe and not fall behind early. And this could also be a map for Farseer, in fact.
Wouldn't mind to see that, you know. I'm a big fan of that. But knowing FoCuS, this is rather a Blade Master, and I wouldn't be too surprised if he has already adopted to Lin's new playstyle with the mirror image. Let's go. FoCuS has match points. And he starts in the bottom left-hand side. I don't see a war mill. I don't see a skip barracks. So I'm kind of sure this is going to be Blade Master again.
Yeah, it should be. FoCuS, it just looks like he's maybe the one level or two above Fortitude, I would say, in this matchup. He just has to make sure he doesn't get tricked somewhere along the way. That kind of almost happened last game, like that first AP. Losing the burrow, it looked a little dicey for a second, but he recovered really well, and then he knew exactly what he had to do from there. So just scout a lot, just like he was doing. He had a peon across the map, scouting everywhere for a tree, checking the main base, and that's really what kind of saved him as well.
Blade Master confirmed. I will not see the beautiful Farseer play by FoCuS versus Orc, versus Night Elf. Shame! But yeah, understandably so. It's such a big map. You want to cover so many spots at the same time. But yeah, does he have to look out for these trees of life in this matchup against Fortitude? Or should he rather scout close to his base for yet another tower push?
Well, you can do both. That's the beauty of it. Right near your base. Sometimes with Grunt in the first place, but then when Keeper could be around and start entangling them, you'll check more with Peon. And across the map, you want to keep that Peon alive, which makes me curious whether Fortitude might put any emphasis on trying to get rid of that guy, because right now he's even attacking the Hunter Soul. How dare he?
I just want to play against archers so my blade can cut them in 2 hits. I don't think it's going to be so successful, but it's really annoying.
I don't know, you get enough archers, they're the ones that are going to cut the blade in 2 hits.
Well, yeah, that does take some time, though. Blade Master decides to go for Windwalk first. Only creeps the item. This time, Ring of Protection. Not that great. On both sides,
Double
actually.
ring, by the way.
Yeah.
What are the chances of Mirror Image today, I wonder? I feel like if he just kills Mirror Image, just Remo will snap, unmute, and start casting right away. Ignore everything. Out of sheer enthusiasm, Neo.
Or start another Smurf account and playing Orc, going Mirror Image in every matchup, every single time. Just for the beauty of it.
Mirror Image level 3, not bad.
Oh yeah, one of the best spells in the game.
Is this Archer serious across the map? He's soloing the turtle camp!
Whoops. They're so mean. They're so angry. Yesterday, Fortitude's early Archer plays were pretty damn good, but that is a little greedy.
I always knew these turtles were sniping turtles, man. These things don't joke around. Don't feel safe around them. They're vicious.
Did they ever bite your finger?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would be unable to play video games. If that was the case, my finger would be gone.
Big lasted here, nice entangle, but the Blade Master gets out of it rather quickly. And FoCuS secures the kill. Not as much of a threat as game 1 was so far.
Yeah, I mean, the items are a bit of a tragedy here for Fortitude with not just ring, but also the gauntlets. And he's not able to make much happen. If he gets this grunt, that would be nice, even if that gets denied.
What's the turtle doing here? Strolling around a little bit.
Snap some fingers. And I don't mean the Thanos snap, I mean a snack snap.
A player's forces are under attack.
They do look quite hungry if you look at their portrait. Grunt goes down, was denied, so Keeper still pretty far away from 3. Won't be getting that too fast. Tier 2 tech at 60%. There's an archer, but I don't see any wisp crossing, so this might be more of a normal approach by Fortitude, but then I'm missing the expansion.
Yeah, it's a bit weird how reluctant Fortitude has been against FoCuS to try and attempt any expansion. Like, right? Like, if he wanted to go for it, it already would be there. This almost tells me, like, he might be trying to play on some sort of one-base strategy yet again.
But how?
Actually, he found Illusion, Wall of Illusion, so he's like, okay, I don't even need Mirror Image, sorry, Remo. Then he just uses that for scouting.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah. Can't get out of Entangle with that one, but you still get the coverage that you want. You still get the information that you want. And Fortitude is struggling really hard for that level 3. Still struggling hard with that level 3.
It's only 80 mana, Neo. I'm the coach and I love that spell.
Okay, Remo, okay. One day, people will realize the genius of Mirror Image. As always, you're a little bit ahead, you little WarCraft hipster.
A player's forces
What is it
are
that
under attack.
that guy says in Jurassic Park? He's like, God damn, I'm tired of always being right or something.
That fits both of you, of course. Alchemist coming in. The first Wyvern coming in. A pretty classic concealed play. Get a lot more vision with it. And a good creeping speed. Shadowhunter goes Serpent Wards first, but I think he saw the Archer, so he knows that he's gonna be Creepjack probably. Shaman against Entangle. Owls for detection.
A player's
That
forces
Sentinel
are
is
under
really
attack.
cool, actually. Like, you get such insane value out of it, even if you just have like 4 to 5 hunts. Get vision everywhere. It's very annoying, like, you can't really remove it either. Look at the lumber of FoCuS. Like, he would lose so much lumber sending out a peon to actually demine the field from the Sentinels.
At least he's not going for a Witch Doctor, huh?
Oh my god.
That wasn't the greatest play indeed.
If he gets Fly on the interview, like, he's gonna hear about this for sure.
A Todd never forgets. Finally level 3. It took him 7 minutes 20 seconds. Usually way too long. There's a... What? There's a tree next to his gold mine. That
Get it in
is...
plain sight, Neo.
I mean, that's as safe as it gets, I think.
I don't think he has. No, he does have Nature's Blessing, actually. Maybe that's why. He's like, yeah, whether I make it to like close to the expansion or here, I'm pretty sure that Usain Bolt still runs a pretty fast 100 meter. You know?
Forces are under attack.
I'm not so... That still takes forever. Gonna be a 10-minute expansion. Even later. Even later.
Imagine the Blade's gonna see this, they're gonna be like, what?
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Like, hey, I got my...
Attack it one time and then go away.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think the Tree of Ages got his little brother with him here. Good juggling, though.
You could block it, actually. That would have been so funny. Just stands in the way. Instead, it's going for Wisp right now.
Oh, man, if that was supposed to be like a secret play... I guess the idea is up, and... I mean... Fortitude doesn't have the biggest progress, but also he was threatening the Shadowhunter quite a bit, so there's no level 2 at all. He shut down the second engine of war, has to rebuild that as well.
That blade is being super annoying on the other side. He's just scoring wisp kills after wisp kill, forcing Moon Juice to be used, and we're still... I mean, we're not even halfway through the day here. Much back for this DreamHack day. We're only in the
Correcto.
third match out of
Forces are under
6.
town is under siege.
And 2 of them are best of 5, so not even halfway after this one. Is this game incredibly slow, or is it just me?
It's slow.
Good.
Not much has happened. I mean, it's hard to follow up the first 2 series, to be honest.
True.
Those were just so absurdly good. And
Okay.
it is Orc against Elf, where like things are, you know, very like normalized, standard. You kind of know what you're supposed to do on both sides at each time of the game.
Fortitude slowly but steady getting there. The 10-minute expansion is up. Shadowhunter is just creeping. I think FoCuS is very, very comfortable with the situation. Counter expanding, setting up a defense, creeping the red spot, harassing, all at the same time.
Yeah, I think having Fortified though is like really, really nice for FoCuS, because that makes him safer against attacks. We saw Fortitude did so well when he played against Fly to snipe the expansion a bunch of times. Here, that seems a lot less likely to happen. I'm glad that he's gone back to the style that he was using then, though, with a lot of units and just breaking up keep pretty quickly. Just building like this insane army that Orc's gonna have a really hard time dealing with.
I gotta say, Fortitude is doing a lot better than in the fall season when he displayed his Night Elf to us for the first time, also against FoCuS, same matchup. Games are a lot longer, he looks a lot more competitive, he got a lot more new ideas to this matchup, but can he best FoCuS in a straight up battle? 60 supply is a small supply lead. Grunts pretty much disappear, but now the Blade Master is in the bag with Lightning Shield. 1 archer dies, Blade dies as well, what?
Yeah, the invuln. And FoCuS not quite ready for this fight here. He has Healing Wave level 1 because you have to go Serpent Walls level 2. And Fortitude, this is his bread and butter here. Just mass hunts Archer, build that big army, take a fight, micro correctly, good healing sprays, and he's now in a winning position. And so much for that expansion not dying, by the way. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. He has Fortified.
Wait.
And Fortified is like Fortitude is like, hold my Night Elf.
Hold my Night Elf indeed. Hold my bouncing glaives. Hold my piercing damage. That's just gone. He's now in a super dominant position. What a blunder by FoCuS.
Yeah, very weird. I think he just kind of misread the fight a little. Even if he uses Invuln, he didn't have a salve anyway to start healing that back up. And it's Healing Waves level 1 because it has to be Serpent Walls level 2 for the piercing. So it's just not a fight he should have taken.
Got a little greedy there. Blade Master almost back. Now we got ourselves a series. 10 supply lead still. Fortitude mining from 2 bases. Huge echo lead. Heroes are looking a little better as well with the Alchemist close to 4. The Keeper close to 4. Items look hot as well with healing on the Alchemist. Healed Scroll on the Keeper. Has to do a lot with Lightning Shield. But man, everything he focuses is just dead.
Doing it looks decent still. The Hunt's taking a lot of damage, but he still has 1 more healing spray at least. Keeper working with quite a bit of mana as well. The Shamans still have some left over themselves. There was nothing that was wasted here by FoCuS. Very well done. He disengages. I think he kind of needed to here because the blade was getting dangerously low. Can you imagine if Fortitude takes first in this group?
That would be insane.
With Night Elf.
With Night Elf, yeah.
The statement.
Yeah, what is the statement? That everybody can play Night Elf and be successful?
I'd rather not say anything.
You said it, Neo, not us.
I was raising a question to let the experts comment on it.
You know the Drake song?
No.
I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. They're trying to take my energy.
FoCuS got a lot of enemies as well if I look into this army. 68 supply now for Fortitude. And of course the Hunts are supposed to die They are the buffer unit for the archers to do the damage. We don't have a staff though. So hero focus could always be the play. Blade Master's trying to go into the back line, but man, these archers are really well protected. Shadowhunter also a little bit of in a weird position. Lightning Shield again. He's fighting an orc at the fountain, but I don't think he benefits from the healing Invo Potion again. It's just an overwhelming Night Elf mass.
It's crazy, like I keep picturing Mary Mage and how good it would be here to break out of Entangle, but just nobody takes it. It was Windwalk. Even went crit 2 here at the end after getting level 3. What the hell? Come on. I mean, I know Remo was wrong about the last duel being a good movie even before I see it, but he's right about Mirror Image, guys. Give him a chance.
Both players are winning their maps, and now we finally have a third game coming up. So far, Chemico versus Moon was a 2-0, 1-0 versus Lawlight was a 2-0, but these two go back and forth. The decision will be made on Northern Isles, but first of all, we take a little break, let these guys breathe a bit. Be right back. Decision time on Northern Isles. Remo Demo, what can we expect from this upcoming map in Group C?
More of the same, I would think, as far as opening goes. Keeper, of course, Ancient of Warcraft, pretty safe. This is also a good Blade Master map. You can get some nice consumables. You can hope for those illusions or sentry wards to have good scouting. You can go for some items at the marketplace, perhaps, even. This is also a Farseer map, possible Farseer map, but FoCuS doesn't seem to favor that so much today.
Not at all, right? We haven't even seen one attempt, not even from the map picks and bans. I saw Autumn Leaves banned, Tidehunters banned, and yeah, very much Blade Master focused here.
Yeah, I can't fault him for that. I don't think FoCuS has to do anything special. He doesn't have to try and mind game too much with the Farseer build, in my opinion, necessarily. Just rely on your good fundamentals. You know, go Blade Shadow and play solids. Don't try and get like a Kodo too quickly into the game against a Fortitude who we've seen actually in this previous series against Fly. Breaks upkeep very quickly and likes to fight. He doesn't wait for 80. He's like, no, 60, 65, 70. That's brawl territory for me. I'm just gonna go out and start fighting immediately. And FoCuS just wasn't ready at all for that.
Okay, but we are ready for the deciding game. Chemico 1-2-0 plus one of these guys. Who's going to follow into the quarterfinal? Northern Isles will decide it all. And it might be Fortitude's biggest strength that he's a little more unpredictable than all the other Night Elves. So what uncommon thing does he come up with here?
I think they might just play similarly to what they did last game, but maybe FoCuS just doesn't get fortified as early as he did, because actually it kind of did nothing. Because he was the expert that got targeted while he was being built anyway. It didn't matter much. And maybe it just went Kodo a little too quick, I would say. Like, it's just mass units, right? Like Kodos are pretty terrible against archers. And in this case, like, it didn't really do much. Like, obviously, you want to have that in your end game composition, your 80 supply army, but maybe not that early.
Blade Master confirmed, Keeper confirmed. In the Americas region, we've seen Warden versus Farseer. The Wild West once again showing what is possible. But here in the Asian region, mostly standard. And why not? It works so well. How fast can we expect these expansions? Will Fortitude once again expand in his own base? Protecting that second base for so long and not exposing it to the blade, turns out, was a good move.
Yeah. He raced, quote unquote, that tree from the main to the expansion, and I guess he was really safe. Like, how are you ever gonna find, like, you're probably looking everywhere when you look for that tree, except inside of the main base of the elf.
Yeah.
That would be next level. But one way he could have done it is maybe if he had mirror image, you know what I'm just saying. It makes me to see, I mean, I know, like, we're harping it on, and I feel like even though Remo's not casting, I have to take over that role. Like, every time I see a Blade Master being entangled for a few seconds, acid bombed and targeted, I'm like, he could have broken away from that, like, very quickly, and like pulled back, you know, or like just, I don't know. It looks so weird to see that blade trapped, even though like he's choosing to be in the shackles, Neo.
Yeah, and they hurt. They hurt a lot. Focus fire with acid bomb and entangle and all the archers once you got like 60 supply or something. It really, really hurts, and that's why Blade Masters would love to have at least one ring, I guess, against that spell. On the other side, Scroll of the Beast for Fortitude. Mostly for Night Elves, not the greatest item because they got Roar anyway, but here, that's a monstrous item to go for base races.
Yeah, it would be good to save that up until he has like 50 supply plus. And only then start using it. Blade Master going for this archer is going to be able to get it because it's not night yet.
Oh! Run, little archer, run!
Wow. What a sick save.
Indeed.
I thought he had speed scroll earlier to make sure he got it, but maybe he thinks it's best to save that.
FoCuS might be a little too early here if he wanted to go for a staff. It's like 10 seconds off now.
And Fortitude starts the tree near the expo this time. That's because he did a lot of damage to the blade. He saw that the blade used a lot of mana as well. And the creeps were woken up here.
This was all about the staff, and Blade Master got it. Also, of course, one of the ways to get out of that entangle. And this is so important. Having this item, having the mobility. Just needs a target to staff onto. Then it should be fine.
That Blades trying to thieve away. Use the speed scroll so he can pick up the item, and he gets a mantle. Then entangle. There is, but he knows that he wouldn't be able to get it anyway, so he's just gonna let the blade escape. And Fortitude must be feeling very comfortable here in this game, because I don't think that tree should ever get cancelled. Like, he can just run there and entangle the blade if the blade shows up to try and cancel it. And once he has that expo, he can just very easily break into low upkeep, make a lot of units, and as Scroll of the Beast, honestly, like, there's a few dream scenarios where if you push the orc base, even if he's here, you just press that and you're like, well, fight me and lose, or don't fight me and lose.
Yeah, kind of true. Hands off the keyboard with a lot of hunts with the Scroll of the Beast on. But FoCuS has shown that there's not only one way but multiple to get rid of a Night Elf expansion. One is of course kick the tree. The other one is let the tree come up, let the Night Elf roam in the middle when the Alchemist is out, and put the Blade Master on hold next to the Entangled Goldmine and just cancel the Entangled Goldmine.
Ooh, mana penance. Sheesh, this keeper is gonna get really scary. He can get 3 actually very easily. He could literally start running across the map.
Yeah.
And then do another camp with just units. Get level 3 and start entangling away. But there's already a lodge underway here for FoCuS.
Really cool wisp in the upper right hand side for Fortitude. He knows exactly when creeping starts. Could also be used for a sneaky AP, but I don't think he has the resource and time for that. Look how he protects this wisp there. The keeper just moves in front and leave my buddy alone.
Buddy, that's his baby.
I don't know
Precious.
I don't know how that works with Night Elves, but if a wisp comes out of a keeper, I don't know what happened there.
What do you mean? It works like for humans. Storks deliver the babies.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't have skipped so many biology classes to play WarCraft, Todd.
Is under siege.
I couldn't. I had to go to Korea to become pro gamer when I was really young. Shadowhunter enters the game with a ring +3. Of course. What's going on with all those rings? Like, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, as I said, on a Blade Master in this matchup, I really don't hate it. Thanks to Acid Bomb. It basically counters Acid Bomb up until a level. And this is what I meant, like, just put the Blade Master on hold next to the gold mine, chop it down, no tangles here.
What are those hunts doing on the right hand side?
They,
They're like,
they protect the wisp. They want to jump on the Shadowhunter creeping.
yeah, they're ready to pounce. It's funny actually because he could just send the keeper and he still probably would get there on time to start entangling some stuff and targeting it, but there is now shamans truly entering the field. +1 armor is on the way as it should be, and FoCuS should creep that expo and then take it immediately here so that it's not too delayed compared to that of the elves.
FoCuS, I think, saw Fortitude coming. It's a weird moment right now. Fortitude was ready to jump on the Tuska camp. FoCuS initially dodged that, went to the main, saw his opponent is coming over, then moves back to the Tuska camp, switches halfway, and now Fortitude is going back to the Tuska camp, and FoCuS can finally creep his expo. That's a lot of sidestepping on both sides.
Yeah, they're playing a bit of musical chairs here on Northern Isle. The moving around. That Sentry Ward was pretty cool. It kind of looked like Fortitude was gonna go do the Tusker camp. But instead he came back around the expansion. I mean, to be honest, this is so perfect for him to be able to be there with everything, knowing that the blade's across the map, because now he can steal the item, he gets the experience, a ring +4, what else? It was already written in the stars.
Unbelievable. You know, on Netties they had this little weird thing on the ladder where you constantly got Terrana stand like a year ago or 1.5. Maybe it's the same now with items.
Hopefully not. It's still completely random. And you might actually sell that. I guess there is some space on the blade, so we could save that to transfer it later on. The Fortitude wants to break that 50 supply, but Blade's preventing that by killing all the Moonwells. You can't break upkeep if you don't have extra Moonwells, because the Blade's keeping them, so it keeps on killing them.
It gets one more. That's kind of fine. FoCuS healing up. Shadowhunter progress really not the best, because Fortitude is putting a lot of effort into slowing him down. Usually, when you get the Alchemist, you stay in the middle, you go for the Merchant, you go for the Marketplace, get these huge, unique camps. But again, Fortitude is just playing Night Elf a little different than anybody else.
The fact that he was able to take that expansion so early, now it basically means that he's gonna go up in supply very, very quickly. And once that guy has 60 plus supply, we've seen he just loves to go for fights. Clean micro, good scrolls. That Scroll of the Beast is still there.
Yeah. On top of a heal scroll, on top of illusions, on top of an invo potion. This inventory for Fortitude is real scary. Blade Master's no real force with level 2, but the carry is going to be the Shadow Hunter. Again, Serpent Wards 2, Heal Wave 1, and now we siege this Tree of Life with no Nature's Blessing.
Yeah, the Alchemist needs to heal up quickly here. Is 3 Moonwells to work with. Actually 4 even. Yeah, the main base. And he could even give him the mana pendants behind this.
Oh, love the Lightning Shield by FoCuS. Back into the Wisp. Almost no repair possible. There is a detonate, so the Lightning Shield is gone, but damage is done already. And I think FoCuS is happy with just killing this Entangled Gold Mine. Retreat. Here's the Scroll of the Beast now. The moment we've been waiting for. 3 Hunters already out of the fight. The grunts all focused on the gold mine.
Mirror image!
So missing in the fight, of course, and we do have mirror image.
Finally, and he broke out of that entangle instantly. That was super well done here, I gotta say, by FoCuS, because not only he sniped the entangled gold mine, he forced the Scroll of the Beast, and now he's able to fully disengage. That was literally the best possible thing he could have achieved at this point, because now Fortitude is not mining from the expo for a bit. He didn't really kill anything. I think he killed like maybe 1 unit, or 2, no more than that. And that's the chance for FoCuS to come back in this game. See if he can start saturating his expansion. He's finally gonna add the Kodo here from the Bestiary after expanding, long after it.
Yeah, and he skipped on reinforced defenses, right? So that opened up some slots in his build order. And this time it looks a lot better. Shadow Hunter is empty though, and I think going mirror image here now, looking at the Blade Master's inventory, makes a lot of sense. There's not a single damage boosting item except the circlet, so the crits won't be too high anyway. So yeah, better safe than sorry. Not going for the glass cannon build. Acid Bomb still very good. Going for the Lightning Shield again. Blade Master reveals himself, and these archers looks like they are perfectly protected, but not when a Blade Master can just walk through them. Mirror image, of course, great carries for more Lightning Shield. Grunts are starting to hurt, slowly but steady. He's just going for the Alchemist, and is there a way to save him? There should be, with an Invo Potion. Invo Potion on both sides. FoCuS switches on the Keeper of the Grove. 2 more Hunters about to fall. Oh man! 2 grunts very, very hurt. Sick fight.
Actually, hey, TP's at the expo. I'm almost a little surprised by this. I thought it would be for the main, or in the main for the Moonwells. And only now will FoCuS start saturating his expansion. The fact that he escapes here, even if he has like, 6 low hit point units, he can use 6 salves immediately. Start popping clarities. If you're around 50 supply and the opponent is just slightly above and you're both mining from an expansion, you're actually advantaged to come back up on the unit counts and in the economy because you're in no upkeep. So that's actually very nice by FoCuS to have been able to achieve that through that last fight. I gotta say, I thought he was almost out of it with the way this was going, but he found some really great fight for himself. And now he's fully back in it.
And
because of the mirror image.
Yes, of course. That's the only reason, this mirror image. Mana Stone, very, very good. Fortitude burned through all his consumables. Not a single scroll remaining. No potion remaining. He's always incredibly late with his shop, so he doesn't have a Staff of Sanctuary. Never got it. And FoCuS looking good. Mana Stone, goes to the shop once more. Might get an Invo Potion. We raise there again. 500 gold. Easy, gets both.
He doesn't want to Staff of Preservation. His only gear is go, man. He wants to go for it.
Could create a big choke once again if he wants to fight, but FoCuS not falling for that. He wants to fight at his shop, with his tower, with the Burrow. Fortitude ain't having that.
Oh no, 51 supply. Not like this.
Guess that's not gonna be the case for much longer. See, 54. Couple of items now. TP and a heal scroll. Entangle, FoCuS Fire.
Oh, this army is looking so scary now. I'm surprised there is no protection scroll here. The value on this army is just so insane. It's only 150.
Yeah. You should have the resource, right? Yeah, 320. Yeah. Is Fortitude listening to Coach Todd? Not yet. He's just parking there. Or the upgrades 2-1, that's fine. 1-2 for FoCuS, that's great.
He's not seeing this army here because everything's shadow melded. Pretty sure Fortitude saw this army walk past. He might intercept the back. The Kodo? Oh my god.
So exposed! Purchase his way free, but there's no speed scroll here. Kodo already at 50%. Trying to turn this around with a heal wave now. Is FoCuS really eager to kill this Tree of Life? Does he have to do that?
Just taking the Wisps are gonna detonate big time into the Shamans here. There's not gonna be much mana left on those.
Yeah. They were all clumped up. FoCuS, does he have a TP? No, not really. Can't break out of that fight. Grunt down, Shaman down, scroll protection for Fortitude. Mirror image casted once again, but also the Raiders, not the greatest fighting unit. Kodo saved to the back, 8-1 of them. Blade Master level 3 now, has to go for the Invo Potion soon. There we go. Supply in favor of FoCuS now.
Yeah, FoCuS running out of units very quickly here. He's attacking the illusion, he's wasting a lot of hits on that. Serpent War is doing work. Alchemist close to empty on mana. He almost has, I guess, one last healing spray here for a while. But the archers at the back still going strong. Some of them are injured. The healing spray value would be absolutely insane here. He could land that really well. And FoCuS actually ahead in supply right now. He's killed so much in that fight.
But he sends the reinforcements into the back of Fortitude's army. They got a lot of hits done. And that was a fight where FoCuS consumed the Mana Stone and burned through it in no time. So he has nothing to work with anymore. And Fortitude is going for the throw. He's like, hey, you ain't retreating here, not under my watch. But this might turn the fight around if it's a more open battleground. It was one more heal self here, but that was the last thing that FoCuS could work with.
Mirror Image used immediately after Entangle here. Finger on the trigger. There's a Downfall on the Keeper. He might have to transfer that to the Alchemist. Fortitude's losing everything. FoCuS, what a sick game here by him.
Yeah.
He was starting to trail really far behind in supply. Night Elf expanded very quickly, just stayed in it, expanded himself, took his time, took the perfect fights, and now he's got 60 supply against 39.
Oh, it's supposed to be the other way around. Not a single Huntress remaining anymore. Only 4 archers, that's it. There is a big enough of a bank. Fortitude still 850 gold. Must spend it soon. Shadowhunter got level 4.6 in this fight. Fortitude lost 40 supply, right?
Yeah, I mean, he killed a lot. Like, he traded so much better in the last 3 fights. It's actually insane how well FoCuS did here. But yeah, Fortitude, I think he was probably around, what, 65, 70 or something. And yeah, he went down to 39 supply. So he lost a ton of units here. And he just hasn't been able to trade well. He never attempted to go for tier 3, so he's never going to have marksmanship. He was really relying on being able to win those fights. But the opposite happens. And he's gonna tap out. FoCuS moves on to the playoffs.
Again, he is a constant in the round of 8. He might not have the most tier 1 titles or premier titles